Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dakota's Political Circle. And today we have a big announcement. This is big news for Trump right here. Now, this isn't an endorsement for Trump, but this is a big thing that not a lot of people are covering right now. So, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters says they will be not issuing an endorsement in the 2024 presidential campaign. And if you don't know who the International Brotherhood of Teamsters are, they are basically the biggest union, like to show you right here, just to show you right here. They're North America's strongest union. Like, they are literally one of the biggest unions in North America. So literally one of the biggest unions that you remember, usually unions prefer the Democrat candidates and almost always go for the Democrats. And the strongest union itself in North America is going against Kamala Harris and not endorsing Trump or endorsing Kamala. And to show you right here with this political poll thing, he said that Harris becomes the first Democrat presidential candidate since 1988 to miss out on Teamsters endorsement. So this is the first time since 1988 that a Democrat has not got the Teamsters endorsement, because Teamsters is the biggest union you can get, and they will not endorse Kamala Harris, and that is insane. So, and I think the big reason for that, let me show you right here. So this is the polling based on straw polls and stuff, and member polls, to show you like how the union voted in the past, and also how the union voted against Kamala Harris. And it's interesting because based on the polling, you would think that overall they wouldn't be endorsing Donald Trump based on their members, but they aren't. But to show you right here, this is the Teamsters released presidential endorsement polling data. For the past year, the Teamsters have pledged to conduct the most inclusive process in 121-year organization. And today we're delivering a promise to our members. Our members are the unions and their voices. Our final decision around a possible endorsement will not be made lightly, but you can be sure it will be driven by diverse membership. So they have not endorsed a candidate yet, which they did. They did say that they were not endorsing a candidate whatsoever. But this is before that. And to show you right here, this is the polling data. So let me show you this. So who should the Teamsters endorse for president for 2024? This was when it was Biden. You got 44% for Biden, you got 36% for Trump, and you got a couple for RFK Jr. and West. And then you got Kamala Harris. You got the electronic membership poll. You got 34% for Kamala, and you got 59% for Trump, and then 6% for other candidates. Then you got the other one, the research phone poll. This poll is completed following the RNC and DNC conventions. So this was 31% for Harris, 58% for Trump, and 6% undecided. So that's the big reason they're not endorsing a single candidate, which is very interesting that they're not supporting Kamala Harris, especially the members. And it's interesting as well because they will not endorse Trump because they think Trump's bad, like the unions do. So they won't endorse Trump, which makes sense. But at the same time, it is a big blow to Kamala Harris that they are not endorsing her for president. Even with the non-union support based on their members, them not even endorsing her, it really does a big blow, especially to unions in general. Now, the states themselves, certain Teamster states did endorse Kamala Harris, which doesn't really matter. The overall Teamsters itself matters the most. I get like certain states can endorse Kamala Harris and it's fine. Like I believe Michigan and Nevada endorsed Kamala Harris for Teamsters. But when it comes to overall, that's the one that matters the most. And surprisingly, Teamsters overall does not want Kamala Harris as president. But they don't want to endorse Donald Trump, even though he got the overwhelming member poll majority based on it. So it is really interesting, but they are not endorsing Kamala Harris for president, which is a massive blow, especially to unions. And based on that polling, you're going to see a massive turnout in unions going for Trump. Union members, I mean. You're going to see a massive turnout in union members going for Trump. And based on after this poll, you're going to see a lot of Teamster members going for Trump. Because based on the poll, you see right there almost 60%. And you see when it was before Biden, when it was Biden, Biden got the majority. So he didn't get the majority when Kamala Harris didn't get the majority whatsoever. I mean, it's basically a big flip right there. It just shows how unlikable Kamala Harris's like policies are that she tries to talk about, even though she really doesn't push any rhetoric on policies. So it just shows that she really can't handle this at all. And then I also want to show some more news right here. This is basically about all big news. So other big news. Trump has a higher favorability rating now than Harris among independents and all adults. Independents, Trump, 44% favorable, 53% unfavorable, which is -9. You got Harris, 35% favorable, 60% unfavorable, -25. And remember, this is a Gallup poll, by the way. Gallup is a good pollster. So I would say that this is very accurate. So then you got all adults, 46% favorable, 53% unfavorable, -7 for Trump. And then you got Harris, 44% favorable, 54% unfavorable, -10 for Harris. So he has a slight edge on her in favorability, which is a huge advantage. This is a huge advantage right here. And I get like it's only one poll, but remember, Gallup is a good pollster. Gallup is a good pollster. So I would say Gallup is pretty accurate when it comes to stuff like this. So I would say this is accurate considering. And then you look like right here, you can look at Democrats, I guess you could say. You got a 94% for Kamala, and then you get a 5% unfavorable. You got a 3% favorable, 97% for Trump. That's interesting. And then you got Republicans are kind of interesting here. I mean, it's a little bit actually, it's pretty spot on to the Democrats as well. But yeah, very interesting to see there that Trump has a higher favorability than Kamala Harris does, especially with independents. And also all adults. But independents are the big part there. Independents are what really drive people to go vote and people to vote for who they want to. So independents are the biggest portion of people you really need to get in your column, basically. And to show you right here, I just want to show you some polling as well. So Harris does have a 2-point in the average lead right now. But you got to remember, this is not that bad. This is not that bad. Considering all the polls that came out in favor of Harris, you got a +6, +4, +4, almost several +4s after the debate happened. And then you got a Trump +3 in there, which is interesting as well. That's Atlas. Atlas is a very credible pollster. I believe the most accurate in 2020 and 2016. And then you got the ABC 1 +4. But then you got that new Fox News one that just came out that is basically the newest one out of all of these. I think the other newest one is, I think, Morning Consultant, which really looks like an outlier here. You got a +6. Like, that's just not accurate. I don't see any other 13 to 16s. So I would say the most recent that's actually accurate is probably Fox News here. And remember, Fox News is a pretty accurate pollster when it comes to the election. I get they're like Republican and stuff, but like they're pretty accurate. Now I get like look, Trump +1, Trump +1, but I think that's accurate. I think Trump +1 back then was actually really accurate. Then you had a Trump +5, obviously a year later. But then a Harris +2 now, which I believe is pretty accurate. It is pretty accurate. So I would say Fox News is spot on with that pick. And I think now you'll see a little bit of a downtrend on Harris. After that debate bump, I guess you could say, I think Harris is finally going to start going on the downtrend here. You'll see a lot more +2s, maybe +1s for Harris. And it'll start being more of like a downtrend. And I also want to show the Electoral College map, the no toss-up map as well, just to show you guys. Now, I know what you're going to say. Oh, Harris wins the election. Let me show you this right here. This made me so irritated this morning because I saw it. Let me show you Pennsylvania. Quinnipiac crap, they put out another poll. Well, several polls, actually. They put out another poll showing a Harris +5 in Pennsylvania. Like, are you serious? Like, are you seriously putting out polls that are that crap? This is like I don't want to hate on Rasmussen, but this is like the Rasmussen of the Dems. And they don't even call it out whatsoever. They won't even call it out a smidge. And you get a Harris +5 in Pennsylvania. Like, come on. That is just not accurate. It's just crazy to think Quinnipiac is allowed to put out these polls. These polls are just crazy. You just get these types of polls from Quinnipiac, and you think they're accurate. Like, they're not accurate. These are the only reasons they even lead in Pennsylvania is because of Quinnipiac. Let me show you this last Quinnipiac. I showed you this before, but let me show you. So here's Quinnipiac right here, Quinnipiac University. They had a Harris +3 before, and now they have a Harris +5. Where are you getting those numbers? Where are you getting those numbers in Pennsylvania? Because they are so inaccurate. I mean, look at Rasmussen. The last one they did was a Trump +1. Like, come on. You cannot tell me that Quinnipiac is right about that, because that's just sad. And then I'll show you some others that Quinnipiac brought out. I believe they did a Michigan one as well, and a Wisconsin one. Yeah, they had a +5 in Michigan. That's also inaccurate. Like, come on. It's just the polls they put out are just crazy. And then let me show you the Wisconsin one. This one's the only reasonable one, I guess you could say. You got a Harris +1. Now, Quinnipiac is saying a Harris +1. You got to push that down more. You could possibly say maybe Wisconsin's a Trump +2, Trump +3. I mean, Quinnipiac is just inaccurate on polls. And if it is showing a +1, I mean, you could say that I was accurate about that statement of saying that Republicans are severely underpolled in Wisconsin. Because look at this, like, even Fabrizio and Insider Advantage are showing like a +1, +2. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's out of the realm of possibilities that Wisconsin's up big with Trump right now. I wouldn't say huge, but maybe like a Trump +2, Trump +3 as of right now, if you calculate the margins and stuff based on past elections. And I know there was a Georgia poll as well. I just want to bring this one up. There was a Georgia poll that came out recently as well. Trump +3. You got a Trump +3 right there. Then you got a. I can't believe this. This is the crazy part. Quinnipiac, Trump +3. Like, you know Trump's going with Georgia now. You just know it's going to happen. You got a Trump +3, Trump +1, Trump +3. I think Georgia's going to Trump. It's just going to happen. Then you got Arizona. I think they're single-handedly going to Trump. It's just going to take a little bit longer to get up in those polls. Nevada's an iffy one, though. You got like +1s, +1. But I do think it favors Trump just a tiny bit. And then North Carolina. It's very odd to see it only as a 0.4, but these polls that are coming out are like Trump +3s, Trump +2s. So I think North Carolina will pull away soon. But that poll I showed you with Pennsylvania, that is the craziest poll I would ever see from a swing state like Pennsylvania. That is literally tied as of right now. Man, it's just crazy to see that type of stuff. But anyway, guys, I did want to talk to you about all of this today. I just want to talk to you about all the news I heard today, including all the polls, all the especially the union thing I was talking about specifically, the polls and the favorability thing. I just want to talk to you guys all about that today, because a lot of that stuff came out recently, and I thought it was a good idea just to put it all in one video. But anyway, guys, if anything else does come out, I'll definitely be posting it and stuff like that. And also, we are very, very close to 500 subscribers now. I believe we're at 491 or 492. We are very, very close, and I cannot wait to hit that mark for you guys. That's going to be incredible. I can't wait for it. Hopefully by election day we get 1,000. That would be insane, but you never know. And also, if I have the time on election day, I might even make a live stream. We'll see how that ends up. Depends on my work schedule and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.